Vandeham.
The following is the lecture on Govardhan Puja given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on 14th November 1966 in New York.
Today, Govardhan Giridhari, Lord Krishna, today lifted the mountain. The demigods like Indra, Chandra, according to Vedic literature, there are different demigods. Sometimes you will find in Greek mythology the gods of the water, gods of the thunderbolt. These are not imagination, actually they are facts. But due to our insufficient knowledge, we do not know how the material nature is being controlled. So, when Krishna was on this planet and he was playing the part of a cowherd boy, and it was known to all over the universe that God has come, taken incarnation, and he is on the earth planet, and he is at Vrindavan, playing the part of a cowherd boy. So as if there is incarnation of God, somebody believes and somebody does not believe. When Krishna was actually present on this earth, it is not that everybody understood that Krishna was the Supreme Personality of God. Not even up to that. Only few persons, the 5 brothers of the Pandavas and the damsels of Vrindavan, only in the fingers count, say out of the whole population, say 100 or 200 men knew him that he was the Supreme Personality of God. Otherwise, everyone thought that he's an ordinary man, just like one of us, but the most powerful, that's all. Similarly, the demigods in other planets, they also thought, he's a foolish person, they are thinking of a cowherd boy as God, sophisticated, like that. And especially Indra, the heavenly kingdom, king of heaven, he's very powerful. So he thought, what God he has come? My God, he cannot come. This was some speculation. Even Brahma also speculated. But Krishna wanted to show Indra that yes, actually I have come. But that incident is today Govardhan Puja. So, Bhagavan api tatraiva baladeva sangjitaha apasyan nivasan gopan indriya jaga kritodama. Indriya jaga kritodama. According to Vedic system, there are different types of sacrifices to offer respect and obediences to the demigods. Just like the sun is supplying light, the moon is supplying moonshine, Similarly, Indra is supplying the cloud. Similarly, there are different demigods. And in the Bhagavad Gita, Divan, Jajayanti, Devu Bhavan, these things are described. In the Vedic literature, it is prescribed that you should satisfy these demigods by sacrifice. Devu Jaja. So, in the village of that Vrindavan, the father of Krishna, foster father of Krishna, Nanda Maharaj, and his associates, they were yearly performing the Indraja. Because they were agriculturists, they depended on rains, sufficient rains, and he had many cows. Nanda Maharaj was a foreign man. Agriculture and cows. The mercantile people, the Vaishya community, they are recommended three things. Krishi, Goraksha, Vanijyam. Krishi means agriculture. And Goraksha means cow protection. And Vanijyam means trade. So Nanda Maharaj belonged to the Vaishya community. So he was a well-to-do man, a very rich man. And he had 900,000 of cows. 900,000 of cows he was protecting. Formerly, according to Vedic civilization, a man was considered to be rich man in proportion of his stock of grains and livestock, cows. That's all. Dhannena dhanavan. A man was considered to be rich man if he has sufficient quantity of grains at his possession, in his possession. Similarly, if one has sufficient number of cows in his possession, he was considered rich man. Not that bank balance. There was no such bank, neither this paper money. They actually possessing the foodstuff and milk. And actually, this is economic solution. If you have got sufficient milk, then you can make so many nice, nutritious, full of vitamin values, preparation, and grains. There is no question of economic starvation if you have got simply grains and cows. So that was the standard of economic solution in days, yore. So they were preparing just to satisfy the demigod Indra, because he was supposed to supply, not supposed, actually he supplies rains sufficiently. Without rains, you cannot have successful agriculture. So they were preparing that sacrifice. So this preparation was being observed by Krishna and Balaram. Krishna is the youngest and Balaram is the eldest. Balaram is son of Rohini and Krishna is son of Devaki. Both these ladies, Rohini and Devaki, they were wives of Vasudeva, Krishna's father. So Balaram was born of Rohini and Krishna was born of Devaki. Devaki Nandana Gopal. Devaki Nandan. So they are not very, there was not much difference of their age, say 1 year or 2 years like that. So Balaram was eldest brother. They were playing together. And this is an incident when Balaram was about 8 years old and Krishna was about 7 years old. So Bhagavan Tatraya Baladevana Sangyuta. Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, along with Baladev, his elder brother, Apasyan, saw. What is that? sa nivasan gopa indriyajaga pitodama. All the cowherdsmen, including his father, they were preparing for sacrifice of Indraja. Tadaviggopi Bhagavan Sarvatma Parisarvadarshana Prashaya Vanata Aprichat Vidyan Nanda Purogaman. He was the Supreme Personality Godhead. He knew everything, what they were doing and what was the purpose. Because he is present in everyone's heart, see, he knows everything. But because he was playing just like a boy, a cowherd boy, so as if he did not know anything, he asked, inquired from his father and the elderly persons who were assisting his father for preparing the sacrifice. Tadadvigopi, this very word is used here, that he knew everything. Bhagavan, because Bhagavan means he must know everything, past, present, future. There is no lack of knowledge. I've several times described before you. Bhagavan means he's full of all opulences, and there are 6 opulences. Riches, strength, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. So, Bhagavan cannot be lack of knowledge. He must know everything. That is Bhagavan. So, therefore it is said, what is the use of asking his father what they were going to do? He knew everything, but it is specifically mentioned, Atad Abhigopi, although he knew it, because he was playing the part of a boy. And the father knew that Krishna is my son. They did not recognize him that he is personality of Godhead. They knew, he is my ordinary son. That Abhigopi Bhagavan Sarvatma. Sarvatma means one who is situated in everyone's heart. Sarvatma. Sarvadarshana. Sarvadarshana means one who can see everything, past, present, and future. Still, Prasayavana Vanata, just like an obedient son, submissive son, Aprichat Bridhyanando Purogama. He, elderly persons of his father's friend and associates, with very humbleness, he inquired. And what is that inquiry? Kattutangme pita koyam sambramo va upagataha king phalam kassa choddesha kinava sadhati makha etad bhi mahan kama mayhang sussu sabe pita. My dear father, I very respectfully and humbly am inquiring, what is this arrangement? Why you are busy in making some sacrificial ceremony? And what is the reason and what is the result? King Phalam, what is the result of doing this? King Phalam, Kassa cha Uddesha, by whom you are trying to satisfy, Kinava sadhate, and what is the purpose of the sacrifice? So I cannot understand. Will you kindly explain to me? Etad brihi mahanakama. I am very much anxious. Kindly explain to me, Etad mahanakama, mayang sususavivita. Oh, I am your most obedient son. So you kindly explain to me. This question was posed. Nahi gopang hi sadhunang kritang sarvatma manam yaha asta saparadristinam mitra doshas tadvidham. Now, if you think that it is very confidential, it cannot be disclosed, then I think for a person like you who is doing publicly such sacrifice, you should not explain to me. Nahi gopang hi sadhunam. Sadhu, those who are saintly person, for them there is no secret. There is no secret. There is no privacy. A sadhu has no privacy. Just now, in our ordinary social affairs, there is difference between private life and his public life. And now somebody is teacher. Now he is very good teacher. He can he can explain very nicely a subject matter. But his private life is not very good. Then he is not a teacher. He is not a sadhu. That is Vedic conception. One must be a teacher according to his own behavior in life. There is no secrecy or privacy. Now we think that, you don't mind what is private character, you don't mind. We are concerned with his teaching. No. That sort of teaching will not have any effect. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Apani achari prabhu jivarishika. The teacher must demonstrate in his practical life what he is teaching. And that is the meaning of acharya. Acharya means the teacher must demonstrate things by applying the same thing in his own life. That is called acharya. Therefore, Krishna said that you cannot disclose anything. You cannot keep anything private. Please disclose. Udasina aridvajyam atvat suhit uchyate. And even if it is very confidential, I am your son, you can explain to him, I am your well-wisher. Gatya cha karmani janayam anutishtanti vidusha karma siddhasya tatha na avidusho bhavet. Whether this is a superstition, let's see how Krishna is speaking. Whether it is a superstition or it has got some actual effect, you should not do anything, religious rituals, under superstition. That is the recommendation of Krishna. Krishna does not like that people should perform anything under superstition. Suppose if you are sacrificing, if you are doing some ceremony, you must have thorough knowledge that there must be the result. There must be the result. Just like there are many sacrifices recommended in the Vedic literature. Putrishti yajna. Putrishti, suppose a man has no son, and if he performs that sacrifice, he will have his son. That is a fact. Similarly, so many things there. So, any rituals, religious rituals, now according to Krishna, how practical he is, he says that no religious ritual should be performed without practical effect. Without practical effect. People have become atheists because in the modern age, there are so many rituals in all religions, not only Hindu religion, but Christian religion. But they say simply formalities, there is no effect. There is no effect. The such sort of rituals, religious ceremony, is not recommended by Krishna. You must actually the effect. Just like in Puranas, there was a talk between Lord Chaitanya and Kaji, Chand Kaji. Chand Kaji was a Mohammedan magistrate. And Lord Chaitanya when he started this Sankirtan movement, there was many complaints. Just like we are receiving daily reports that our Sankirtan movement is disturbing some tenants here. Similarly, when Lord Chaitanya he started this Sankirtan, some of the Brahmins, because Lord Chaitanya said that this is the only religion. In this age, this chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, this is the only religious principle, and everyone will have all his desires fulfilled by chanting this. So the Brahmins, those who are priestly class, they thought that if people take to this only chanting, then what about our churches and mosques and temples? They will not come. So they lodged a complaint to the magistrate that this is not Hindu religion. He has discovered something in his own fertile brain, so we do not recognize it. So this complaint was lodged before the magistrate, and the magistrate took step. First of all, warned him, don't chant Hare Krishna. Then when he did not care, then sent some constables, and the drums had broken. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started civil disobedience movement. So he did not care for the magistrate. He started Sankirtan throughout the whole city of Navadvip. Then they approached the magistrate's house. Just the other day, there was a procession in your city. So this civil disobedience movement was started first by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now there was some compromising talk with the magistrate, and in that talk, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first questioned, because he was Mahavirian, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that in your religion, there is killing of father and mother. What sort of religion this is? The Kaji replied, how do you say that we are killing our father? Yes, you are killing your mother. Cow gives you milk, delivers milk. You drink the milk and you kill the cow. Therefore, you are killing your mother. So the Kaji replied that in your Vedic literature also, I have seen there is cow sacrifice. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied that is not cow sacrifice. That is rejuvenation of cow. Old cows were sacrificed in the fire, and again a new life was given by the Vedic mantra. But because there is lack of such expert Brahmins to chant that mantra, therefore cow sacrifice in this age is forbidden. So when the things are not practical, that becomes a forbidden. If you actually get the result by some spiritual religious rituals, performance, then it is very good. Otherwise, it is even superstition. Lord Chaitanya's opinion is that because all these Vedic injunctions, sacrifices, they are not possible to be performed in this age. They are very difficult. There is no expert, a leader to perform all these ceremonies and rituals. Therefore, take to this, Hare Krishna. Take to this. There is no need of rituals. There is no need of expenses. Simply, God has given you tongue and God has given you ear. Just go on chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and it will fulfill your spiritual advance. Similarly, Krishna says, Gyatta agnyatya cha karmani janayam anutishtanti. Generally, mass of people, they are ignorant. They perform some religious rituals, knowingly or unknowingly, as a matter of superstition or custom. So, vidusha karma siddhasya But one who is intelligent, he should know that by this sacrifice I must get the result. Vidusho karma siddhasya tatha na vidusho bhave. And those are fools. They are simply by superstition, they do it. So Krishna did not recommend that you should do something under superstition. No, you must do it for practical result. This dogmatism, fanaticism, why I shall chant Hare Krishna, I am Christian, I am Jews. This is fanaticism. If you find actually ecstasy by chanting Hare Krishna, why should you not? Why should you not? No, I am Jew, I am Christian, I am Mohammedan. Well, it is transcendental vibration from the spiritual platform. Your Mohammedanism, Christianism, Hinduism, Buddhism, this is skin disease. This is because you have got some particular body at particular circumstances, therefore you claim like that. But actually, we are all spirit soul. And this sound vibration is from the spirit soul. It will appeal to everyone. See the effect. Then, don't be fanatics, don't be, sectarian. The Krishna wants that. Simply, by custom, one should not follow the rituals. One should see the effect. Tatra tavat kriyajaga bhavataଂ kiং vicharitah athafa lokikasthanmi prichata sadhu. So, whether you are confident of the result of the sacrifice, is asking his father. Just see, Krishna was a boy and is asking his father whether you are confident of the result of the sacrifice. You are going to satisfy the demigod sacrifice, or athava lokika, or it is simply a custom, village custom that you are doing it. Lokika stanme prichata sadhu bhannata. Now I am very much inquisitive to learn from you. Please explain. Now his father is explaining. Parjanna Bhagavan Indra Meghasta Shatma Murtaya Te Avi Varshanti Bhutanang Priranang Jivanang Parapaya. He says, my dear boy, what is very essential, because without rains we cannot have any produce. Therefore, this rain is controlled by Bhagavan Indra. The heavenly king Indra, he controls the Megha. Megha means cloud. He is the master of the cloud. He can send cloud and he can stop cloud. He is a representative of God, so he has got the power. Te avi varshanti bhutanang priranang. So when he allows this raining, people become satisfied, they get their produce. Tang tata bhayamasya cha vamuchang pasimisharam drabbais tad retosha siddhai jajanti kratubi nara. Therefore it is our duty, because he supplies us water. So it is our duty to show him respect by this sacrifice. This is the Vedic injunction. Just like we pay departmental tax, we pay to the corn addition bills for the supply of electricity and gas. Similarly, we pay the bills of the telephone, but we have no program to pay the bills of the sun, who is supplying us so much light. What is that?
The needle doesn't seem to be working.
So, it is our duty to sacrifice. According to Vedic rituals, these are recommended that we should satisfy. So Nanda Maharaj explained. Tacha isasano jivanti thivarga phalahetavi pungsang purushakaranang parjanna phalabhavana. No, this water is so important that it will produce grains and we shall live, and for perfection of our life we must first live. So this is very important thing. So we have to satisfy Indra. Jaivang visije dharmang paramparjyagata naraha kamat lobhat bhayadisha sabinapnati sovanam. He says, my dear boy, that we should not give up these parampara. Parampara means coming from disciplic succession or from generation. My father did it, my father's fathers did it. So every religious ceremony, and according to Vedic rituals, there are some parampara, family or society-wise or community-wise, in every country that is. So he says that this parampara, this successive generation, we have been doing this, and we should not give it up. He understood Krishna's purpose that he is asking. He's a very intelligent boy. So he's asking me all these questions just to forbid me. That he is as like father, like son. The father was also intelligent. So, Jaivang Viside Dharmam. Dharmam means one must execute. That is Dharma. That is just like to become hungry. It is my religion. This is called religion. We should know what is the meaning of religion. Religion means which we cannot separate from this. The religion which we can change, that is not religion. Suppose I am Hindu, I become Christian. So neither this Hinduism is religion or Christianism is religion. It is a dictionary, English dictionary word. But dharma, according to Sanskrit, dharma does not mean that which you can change. I have several times explained this fact. Dharma cannot be changed. Therefore, we must find out what is our dharma, what is our religion. Which we are professing that Christianity is my religion, Hinduism my religion. That is not religion, that is faith. Religion is different. Religion you cannot change. You cannot change. That is the meaning of religion. Here it is said that Jaivang Visije Dharmam. Dharmam means you cannot change. So, Paramparjagata Nara, Kamat, Lobhat. Now, religion, sometimes when it is taken as faith, they are changed. How they are changed? Kamat, for some gain. Just like in India, formerly, Christian religion was preached, giving some facilities. And generally, we see that Christian priests who go to foreign countries, I have seen, they offer some hospital facilities, some economic facilities. The poor man, they supply clothing and education. So those who are poor, they become captivated, and they have practically no religion. Anyway, they are facing the economic problems. So kamat means for some gain. For some gain, kamat, lobhat. Lobhat means by some greediness. And bhayat means out of fear. And deshat means out of enviousness. For all these things, one should not give up his faith and religion. So that was the explanation of Nanda Maharaj, father of Krishna. Now Krishna replied See, Bhagavan was. The reason of that sacrifice, as explained by Nanda Maharaj, is that Indra, the heavenly king, he supplies us water. Therefore, we must perform the sacrifice to satisfy. Now, Krishna is giving reason just like an atheist. Just like an atheist. Karma Mimamsa, there are 6 philosophers. Out of that, one is Karma Mimamsa. Karma Mimamsa means one who takes work and the result of work. Nothing, no God, nothing. You work like this, you get the result. Just like modern theory. So Krishna is putting up that Karma Mimamsa. What is that? He says, Karmana jayate jantu karmanaiva viliyate. Everyone is born here as the effect of his past deeds. And karmanaiva viliyate, and he is going to have his next birth according to the work as he is doing here. This is called Karma Mimamsa. The Karma Mimamsa philosophers, they do not believe that our liberation from this material world and entrance in the spiritual kingdom to be associated with God, that will make us happy. Their belief is that you simply do good work, then you gradually get your promotion. That is also a fact. That is not a misconception. If you do good work, then you get good birth. Janma Ishadya Sutta Sri, 4 things: good birth, good family, or good nationality, and janma. Birth means, janma means birth, good birth. Janma Ishadya, and to become rich. Sutta, to become very learned. And Sri, and to become very beautiful. These are results of past good work. So here Krishna says that people are concerned with his work. A man is concerned with his work. Karmana jayate jantu karmanaiva viliyate. He gets his facilities of life according to the past good work, bad work, and he is preparing his life next by that work. Sukhang dukkhang bhayang chimang karmanaiva abhipappate. So therefore, either happiness or distress or fearfulness or poverty or economic question, everything depends on this karma, on this work. Asti chedisharat kaschet phalarupi annakarmanam kattarang bhajate sopi nahi kartu prabhurhi sa. Now supposing there is somebody, because these atheists, they do not believe in God. Now they are giving arguments. Now suppose there is somebody as God or some supervisor or something like that. But still, he is obliged to give me the effect. Therefore, I am not going to ask mercy from that superior personality, a God or something else. I have to work. And this is also fact. Suppose you are going to appear in some examination. Now, the university is giving you some designation. Now, that designation practically depends on your passing the examination. What is the use of flattering that examiner? That is the argument. There is no... his argument is that you are, after the sacrifice of satisfying the Indra, so indirectly he says that the Indra is appointed by the Lord and he has to supply water. He is the officer. So what is the use of flattering him? Just like there are many officers in the New York City. One is in charge of the water works department. So there is no question of flattering that water works department officer. You pay your tax, you work nicely, and whatever is applied to you. But if you don't pay your tax, however you flatter that officer, your connection will cut off. So it depends on your work. It depends on your work. Asti chet Ishara kaschit. Supposing there is some God, Just see, a God is preaching atheism. He is God himself, and he says, supposing if there is some God. Supposing if there is some God, kaschit, pararupi annakarmana, and he gives the result of your work. The karma mimamsa philosophers, they accept God in this way. Suppose there is God, and he is to give us the result, so he is obliged. If we do nice work, he is obliged. So what is the use of flattering God? Let us do our duty nicely, then he will be obliged. So Krishna is forwarding that argument. Asti ched ishara kaschit phalarupi annakarmanam kartarang bhajate sopi. He also worships the worker. The worker has not to worship God. Because God gives you good result out of your good work. Therefore, because you are doing good work, therefore God is worshipping. Just see the argument. He says, Tattarang bhajate sopi, nahi akartu pravivi. And one who does not do good work, even God does not like him. So there is no necessity of this worshipping this heavenly God or any God. So let us have our duty done nicely. That will fetch us the desired result. Kivindrena hi bhritya bhutanam sassa karmanuvartinam anishina annatha kartu svabho bhitanginam. So therefore there is no necessity of satisfying this Indra. You are simply wasting your time. You are simply wasting your time. Sabhava sabhavataya hi jana sabhava anuvartate sabhavastamidam sadvam sadeva asura manasam. Everyone is acting according to the modes of nature he has acquired. So, whatever nature we have acquired, his purpose is that by nature we are mercantile people. Because his father was maintaining cows, so he is considered a mercantile man. Vaisyakarma svabha. Krishi goraksha banijam vaisyakarma svabha. So he is giving stress that let us perform our duty as mercantile man honestly, and that will bring us result. Why should we go to worship these demigods? Now here is the point that Krishna does not approve the worship of demigods. That is also stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Kamastasta hitagyana jajanti annadevata. Those who are out of intelligence, they simply worship the demigods. In the Bhagavad Gita or in the Bhagavad, anywhere, and worship of demigod is not very much recommended. So here also the same thing, that sabhava tantra hi jana, everyone is carried by the modes of nature. Sabhavam anuvartate, and he cannot surpass the spell of the modes of nature. Sabhavata anuvartate, sabhavastam idam sadvam. Everyone is under the control of the nature he has acquired. And sadeva usura manusa, sadeva, always, either he is man or superman or animal, everyone is being controlled by the modes of nature. Dehanuchyavachana jantu prapo siddhyati karmana satru mitra mudashina karmaiva gururishara. is giving so much stress on karma. There is no question of bhakti here. The Dihanvachana, there is a difference of, high grade body and low grade body. There are different kinds of body. Somebody has got very high grade body, very intelligent, very rich, very beautiful, very wealthy. And somebody has low grade body. So, Dihanucha Vachana Jantu Prapati Siddhati Karmana. Now these high grade and low grade bodies are obtained according to the work he has done. Satru Mitra Mudasina Karmaiva Guru Rishara. And one is the leader, or one is the teacher, or one is enemy, or one is friend. Everything is judged by this karma, by work. Let's see how much he is giving stress on work. Karmaiva. Karmaiva Guru Rishara. Tasma sampujayet karma sabhavastasa karma. Anjasajena vartate tadevasya ihai daivatam. Therefore, you don't bother yourself over worshipping this god or that god, demigod. You just be faithful to your work, and then that will give you good result. Anjasajena vartina tavi daivatam. Ajivaika taranga bhavam jastu annopo jivati natasmad bindate chimam jarang nariya sati yatha. He is condemning that one's profession. Lord Krishna has in the Bhagavad Gita also said like that. Sakarmanatama bharja. One should not give up his own profession. Never mind, even if it is faulty. You have heard it from me. Just like he has given the example that fire is so pure, still there is fault, there is smoke. So, in spite of all fault, one should not give up his own work, but he should do it faithfully and nicely, and the result will come. Adivekkataranga bhavang jastu, and he says here that anyone who gives us his own natural profession, natural aptitude profession, so natasmat bindate chimang jarang najasati jatha. Jarang najasati jatha. Now, this is a very important question. Najasati, asati. Asati means not chaste, woman. That's like in India, policy is very strict that the woman is not to give up her husband and acquaint herself with any other man. This example is given that an unchaste woman gives us her own husband and makes friendship with others. Similarly, one who gives us his own profession and takes other profession, he is also similarly unchaste. Unchaste. Najasati jatha bhatteta brahmana vipra rajanna rakhaya bhava. Therefore, one should not deviate from his professional duties, just like the Brahmins, bhatteta brahmana vipra. Those who are Brahmins, they should stick to their principle of life, simply spiritual culture. Rajanna rakhaya bhava. And those who are Kshatriyas, they should stick to their protecting the citizen, the kingly order, royal order. Their duty is to give protection to the. They should not simply collect tax. The Kshatriyas, the king, is allowed to collect tax because he is supposed to give all protection to the people. So therefore it is said, Rajanna rakhaya bhava. Rajanna means the royal order stick to his principle how to give protection to the people. Similarly, Vaishastu bhartvaya jivat Chuddastu dijasevaya. Similarly, the mercantile They should live on their trade, and those who are Shudra, those who are laborer class, they should serve all these three classes. That is the rules. Now, Krishi Vanijya Goraksha Kusidang Surjamuchyate Varta Chutibvidha Tatra Bhayango Brittayo Anisham. Now, according to scripture, we are Vaishya, and we should live not in a Brahminical way or Kshatriya way or Sudra's way, but we should live just like Vaishyas, and we are actually agriculturists, and we are actually protecting cows. Therefore, we are Vaishyas. Our duty is to faithfully stick to our business, stick to our work. What is the use of worshipping this God or that God? Sattang rajastamahiti sthitutpati etava rajasatpadate visham annang vividham jagat. Now he is forwarding the atheistic theory of Kapila, Sankhya philosophy. Sankhya philosophy theory is that there is no controller, there is no God, but it is the world is moving under nature's interaction. Just the modern scientists also say like that. The world, every action of this material world is being acted just like Sankhya philosophy is based on this philosophy that a man and woman is attracted and they have sex life and the son is produced. And there is no other reason for population. Simply, a man wants a woman and a woman wants a man. That natural tendency is there. And when they combine together, there is a birth of a child. So this is a natural sequence. The Sankhya philosophy is based on this principle. They do not believe that above these there is God, Nirisha. Above this there is God. There is God's control. Actually there is God. Sexual intercourse is not the cause of a child. According to Bhagavad, that a living entity before his death, and he is by superior judgment, it is thought that where this living entity, where this particular man or dog or anything is dying, where it will be placed. So when that place is sanctioned, the place is selected that this particular man should go in such and such body, then he is at once transferred to the seminar. That small particle, spiritual particle is transferred to the seminar of the father, and the father injects the seminar into the mother's womb, and it gets a particular type of body according to his karma. That is Bhagavad version. But the Sankhya philosophy, they say, because they have no idea that there is spiritual spark, they think simply the father or mothers or man or woman, sex life produces life. So here, practically, the same thing is advocated by Krishna, that Sattang rajastamiti sthitutpati hetava. Now the creation of this material world is the three modes of material nature. There is no other cause. There is no other cause. Rajasa chodita megha varashanti ambuni sarvata. So when there is too much heat by, aggravation of the modes of passion, there is evaporation of water, and that becomes cloud. That is the cause of the cloud, is the cause of rain. Why do you go to this Indra and Chandra and all this? You have to see Krishna how he is speaking atheistically. So, prajastaireva siddhanti mahendra kinkarishyati. Therefore, that rain constitutes agriculture So why do you bother about this Mahendra? Just like modern scientists say that we shall artificially make raining so that where there is scarcity of rain, we shall fertilize the land, we shall get production. So similarly, the Sankhya philosophy, according to Sankhya philosophy, the rain is caused by the heat, and there is cloud in the sky, and the cloud is the cause of the rain. There is no question of Mahendra, the controller of the cloud or anything else. Prajasthaideva siddhanti mahendram ke karshati nana pura janapada na grama na grihangavaya bonuka shastas nityang vanasaila nivasana. So therefore, we are not going to the city. We are inhabitants of this village. So it is better to worship this land, Govardhan, because Krishna was herding his cows on the Govardhan Hill. So indirectly he hinted that we should worship this Govardhan Hill, and that is our duty. So it is a long story, 3-4 chapters. Of course, it will take some time. I don't think you can give us so much time. The result is that when Krishna talked like this, then his father agreed not to perform the sacrifice, because all the inhabitants of Braja, Vrindavan, they are so much fond of Krishna. Whatever Krishna will say, they will accept. So although Krishna was a boy, so he implored his father and other elderly gentlemen present there that there is no need of performing this sacrifice. So they stopped sacrifice. As a result of this stopping, Indra became very much angry, and there was torrents of rain, incessant rain, and very vehemently. So the whole village and whole tract of land comprising the Brajabhumi, they become overflooded, and the cows and the animals and the people become too much afflicted. So they had no other source. They approached Krishna, protect us. Krishna protect us. So at that time Krishna said, yes, I'll give you protection. So he was, although a boy of 6 or 7 years old, he lifted that hill. That is, we have, if any time you go to India, you'll see the hill. It is not less than at least 5-6 miles area, very big hill. That hill was lifted by him, and he kept that hill in his hand for 7 days. And then everything was cleared. Then Indra prayed him. So there are many things after this. Today, Krishna lifted this hill. Therefore, his name is Giridhari. Giridhari means who held the hill. Giri means the hill. And Dhari means one who holds up. So today is the annual ceremony of today. This Govardhan Puja. So we follow that principle because we are devotees of Krishna. We are trying to follow his instruction. So at noon time we shall perform this puja, and you are invited to take prasadam. I think prasadam will be ready by 11 o'clock, and you will kindly participate in taking prasadam.